class. Welcome to another lecture in building utilities. Once again, I am your instructor. I'm Architect Seth Carlo Gielza, and today we will discuss the fire suppression system as a part of the mechanical systems. First, let us start with fire. Paano ba nag-generate ang fire? Sabi ng National Fire Protection Association, fire starts with a chemical reaction if these three components are present. So the first component, heat. If there is a change in temperature, either change in temperature of the building material, for example, yung wire, it is a material, or change in temperature of the room itself, or the environment. So next, if there is the component that will sustain the fire, or yung fuel. So these are combustible substances, like oil, paper, plastic, and others. And lastly, if there is a continuous supply of fresh air or oxygen. So if these three components are present, malamang sa malamang, magkakaroon ng chemical reaction, magkakaroon ng sunog. And we know that fire has three effects. First, it is detrimental to our health. Yung smoke na nag-generate sa mga nasusunog na building materials, it is bad for our health, bad for our lungs. Second, fire is destructive to lives. Pag nasunog ka, syempre, chances are mamamatay. And lastly, fire is destructive to properties. Properties kasi hindi lang yung property or building na masusunugan, kundi pati yung kapitbahay niya na apektuhan. Paano? Fire compromises the structural integrity of the buildings. Yung building na tinutupok ng apoy and kasama yung building nakatabi na nasusunog. But we need not to worry because we have a line of defense. First, line of defense is through a good and proper design. Proper space planning, proper architecture, and the proper selection of building materials. So with that, pwede nating tignan as a referral yung ating mga building code. Like RA 9514, yung ating Fire Code of the Philippines, as promulgated ng Department of Interior and Local Government. And sometimes our fire protection designers also visit and refer to the provisions of the NFPA, a US non-government organization, yung National Fire Protection Association, kasi mas stringent and they have already done yung mga testing of these materials and they have suggested yung mga space planning. So yun, proper design. Pero worst case, pagka na-generate or may na-generate pa rin na sunog, present pa rin tatlong component, ang ating last line of defense would be our fire brigade. Either yung ating Bureau of Fire, or yung ating mga volunteer fire brigade. So fire protection, ito yung gusto natin. It can be achieved using any of these methods: prevention, detection, and suppression. Sabi sa NFPA book na number 59. But first, let us discuss ano ba itong proper architecture or proper space planning. And how does it affect yung fire protection. No? So let us take for example itong simple residential house layout. No? As you can see, meron 2 bedrooms, may 2 toilet, merong kitchen, open plan with the dining and the living area. No? So merong main door, no? And merong rear access door. So now, pag nagkaroon ng sunog, no? So say for example, nag-start dito sa kitchen area. Since it is an open floor plan, no? Malamang sa malamang, mabilis gagapang yung apoy, pupunta yan sa dining, pupunta sa living area, no? At magi-spread. So if you are in the living area and the fire started here in the kitchen area, hindi mo magagamit as exit yung main door. No? So you have options, no, na pumunta ka dito sa bedroom or maka-access ka dito, no, sa other exit point. But what if nandito ka sa bedroom, no? And nandito na yung apoy, no, nagkalat na siya dito sa open plan natin, no? Dito papasok yung concept ng compartmentalization. Sorry, not the concept but the requirement for compartmentalization. So what is this? It is a practice of dividing or separating the rooms in order to contain the fire or the smoke by providing partitions, no, either floor to ceiling or floor to floor partitions in order to provide a safe egress. Ano bang ibig sabihin nun? No? So for example, merong natutulog pa dito sa bedroom and the fire has already spread out in this open plan. No? So walang option para lumabas. No? So ano tong compartmentalization? Paano siya na-apply? Itong partition na to, no, dito sa bedroom and the open plan, itong wall na to, ito yung nagka-compartmentalize dito sa bedroom para hindi ka agad-agad, no, dahil mas mataas yung fire resistivity rating ito, no, hindi ka agad-agad mag-transfer yung apoy dito at hindi rin ka agad-agad, no, pasukin ng smoke, no, at ma-suffocate yung person here, no. So na-compartmentalize, no? And then merong time, it will give the occupant here time para either basagin yung window, no, and maka-exit dito, makatalon, or dahil nga there is a partition, solid partition from floor to ceiling, no? So kung ang fire rating nito is 2 hours or 4 hours, no? So pwedeng mag-antay or maantay niya pa yung bumbero, no? Maapula ng bumbero at hindi siya ma-suffocate. No? Yun yung importance ng compartmentalization. So other application of compartmentalization, paano naman kapag sobrang open yung floor plan, no? Or wala kang window na pwedeng basagin o pwedeng tumalon. So paano pagka office condominium, no? Mga high-rises in our central business district like Pasig, Ortigas, PGC, and Makati. So nagtataasan yung mga building. How is compartmentalization applied? No? So dahil yung mga office condominiums na to are generally open in plan, no? So ang kino-compartmentalize is the safe egress, no? Safe exit. No? So yung office space na yan, no? Usually yung mga cubicle partition, lightweight materials lang, madali rin. It is combustible also, no? So for example, itong cubicle na to, dito nagsimula yung sunog, nakalimutan patayin yung appliance, no? And nag-spread easily yung sunog dito sa area na ito. compartmentalization provides a safe exit, no, or egress for the occupants, no? So pag nakakita na sila ng sunog dito, so they can exit here, no, safely, no? Hindi kaagad-agad, no? Merong fire resistivity rating yung solid partition na ito, no? And nalilimit din or hindi inaalaw ng partition na yung smoke pumunta dito sa space na ito, no? Sa fire corridor na ito, no? Para hindi ma-suffocate yung mga gagamit ng egress na ito. So other application, paano naman pag multiple use, no? So say for example ito, masyadong marami siyang partition, and identify natin nasaan ba yung mga exit points, no? So ang exit point would be this one and this one, no? Yung fire exit, no? So for example, dito nagsimula yung sunog malapit sa fire exit, no? Sa isang commercial area dito. So mako-contain lang yung sunog dito sa area na ito. And pagka meron ng sunog dito, of course, nakasynchronize yung fire detection and alarm system doon sa fire protection system, no, to alert the other occupants that there is a fire happening, no. And since this area is compartmentalized, no, so hindi basta-basta makaka-transfer yung fire, no, or hindi fire will not spread easily, no. Makontain dito, may time, no, there is a time for the other occupants to use the fire exit. So now, let us define, no, yung kanina, prevention, detection, suppression. According to the National Fire Protection Association, pag sinabing prevention, these are precautions, no, directed toward avoiding the inception of fire. So paunang lunas, no? Kaya nga kapag buwan ng March, di ba? So may campaign ng ating DILG, yung ating Bureau of Fire, no, na Fire Prevention Month, no? So they have infographics, no, spreading na ito yung mga hindi nyo dapat gawin, no, or iwasan yung gawin. So ibig sabihin sa fire prevention, wala pang sunog, no, but there is a potential, no, na masunog because on those months, no, yung March, April, and May, no, mataas yung temperature, no, so may heat, no, nag-heat kaagad yung environment. So present kaagad automatically yung isang component, no, ng fire. So kulang na lang yung combustible substance, no? So sabi nga, di ba? Prevention is better than cure, no? So nagbibigay na ng paunang lunas, no? Safety reminders yung Bureau of Fire. So next, yung detection, fire detection. This is a system, no, na ibig sabihin meron ng na-generate na sunog, no, pero hindi pa malaki, and this system, fire detection system, initiates an action, no, either to alert or to get the attention of the occupants. Lastly, suppression, no? Ito na talaga, meron ng sunog, no? Malaki, hindi kayang atayin basta-basta. So in suppression, no, there is water involved, no, and the mechanical system involved, wherein directly pinapatay yung sunog through and by removing one of the components in the fire triangle, no, which is yung heat, no. So pinapalamig yung building material or pinapalamig yung room, no, para hindi na lalo pa mag-spread yung fire, no. So tinatanggalan ng component. So when it comes to system, no, ano ba talaga yung ating gagamitin? Fire protection ba or fire suppression? No? Fire protection system kasi involves, no, not only the suppression, no, yung pamatay sunog na yung water component, no, or foam component, but it also involves the electronic signaling components, no, yung fire detection and alarm system, no. So both system, no, are in sync through the FACP, no, the fire alarm control panel, as we have previously discussed in our previous lecture. So this lecture, no, in this lecture, we will focus only on the suppression system, no, yung application of a water-based extinguishing agent, no. So ito na yung mga sprinkler, the pipes, and the pump that is involved in fighting, no, or suppressing yung fire. So pakita ko sa inyo yung mga actual scenario, no. Why is it important na pag-aralan natin yung proper space planning, proper application of fire suppression system or fire protection system, no? Ano ba talaga yung gagamitin natin? So one remarkable event, no, why our interior and local government is very stringent, no, sa pagpapakomply ng RA 9514 is because of the ozone disco inferno, no? So it was pinasikat, no, ng yung story na yon, pinasikat ng banda na Four of Spades, no. So ano ba yung nangyari dito sa ozone disco inferno? So simpleng swing ng door, no, yung direction of the swing, kung inward ba or outward, and the kakulangan, no, ng fire exit, no, or exit points. So this caused lives, no, and property, no. So ano ba talaga yung ang requirement for a safe egress? So it depends on every type of project, no, or every building type. So say for example, yung ating previous plate, yung high-rise residential condominium. So we have 3 means of egress noon, as we have identified. Tatlong fire exit stairs, no? And since this is a high-rise condominium, so it is covered by Rule 10, no, Division 5 nung ating fire code, no, for the means of egress. So ano bang sinasabi dito? There should be, for this type of building, no, residential building, 2-hour fire resistivity, no. Ito 2-hour na yan, makapal na siguro to. I think this is 1 foot, no, na concrete. So that is more than, no, that is more than 2-hour fire resistivity rating. So ang requirement lang is minimum of 2 hours, no? And the doors should swing out, no? Swing out ang door kapag yun na yung exit point. Pero kapag yun yung entry point, no, So of course it should be swing in, no? Kung makikita natin dito sa plan, swing in, and at the last floor, sa ground floor, no? So swing out na siya, hindi na dapat swing in. And then there should be re-entry mechanism. So since this is a high-rise, 20 stories, there should be re-entry every 4 floors. No? So ibig sabihin, para saan yung re-entry na yun? Yun ay para sa mga bumbero. No? So kapag hindi nila kayang apulahin yung fire dun sa story na yon, dun sa floor level na yon, no? So makakalabas ulit sila. So they can access other floors, other stories para doon nila labanan yung apoy. Other requirement for this type of building, no? So there should be a pressurized pressurization equipment, no? To keep out yung smoke, no? Kasi 'di ba yung door, syempre meron yang butas sa ilalim, no? May space dun sa door and sa floor. So yung smoke, no, baka doon mag-crawl papasok dito sa fire exit, no? So kailangan, no, pressurize yung fire exit stairs, no? So may nagbo-blow ng hangin, no, to keep out yung smoke. And another requirement for this project is that the width of the stairs, no, should comply depending on the occupant load, no, or the number of occupants that will use this exit. So in other countries, no, this was a building, no, this fire happened I think in 2017, no, hindi ko na napapangalanan yung building. But ano nangyari, bakit ganito, no? Maraming namatay dito sa incident na ito. Ang nangyari kasi yung fire exit, no, yung supposedly safe egress nila nasa labas lang ng building, no, as you can see on this picture. So kapag ganito lang, walang hindi siya pressurized and walang resistivity rating, no, so since open lang, kung titignan niyo yung building, nagsimula yung sunog here on the lower floor, no, and paakyat. So kung dito nagsimula yung sunog on the lower floor, no, ito lang din yung exit nila and nasunog na yung part nito. Paano pa mag-exit yung mga nasa higher floor, no? So matatrap sila kasi nasusunog yung lower floor. If the fire exit is like this, no? Sa ibang bansa to, ha? Again, ito yung isang example ng isang building somewhere in Manila, hindi ko na lang din papangalanan, no? So this one happened in London, no? This one in Manila, hindi pa naman susunog, pero kung titignan nyo, mag-zoom tayo dito, ito yung fire exit stairs, no? And hindi siya gawa sa hindi siya smoke-proof enclosure, no? Hindi mataas yung fire resistivity rating ng material na nandito, no? So hindi malayo in the event of fire, kung nagsimula ang sunog on the lower floor, no, baka matrap yung mga nasa higher floor, no, hindi sila makababa. So ito yung iniiwasan natin. But, no, pag merong sunog, so since ang pinag-usapan natin is the suppression system, no, so there is water involved, no? So we will talk about yung sprinkler system, no? Sprinkler system as defined by NFPA, it consists of integrated network of piping, no, designed in accordance with fire protection engineering standards that is activated by heat, no, and discharges water over the fire area. No, so water yung extinguishing agent. So ano yung mga materials na tinutukoy nito? There are approved pipe materials that we can use. No? Hindi lahat ng types ng pipe pwede natin gamitin. Hindi lahat ng PVC, no, pwede natin gamitin. Hindi lahat ng metal pipes pwede rin natin gamitin. Kasi pag nagkasunog, no, we need to consider the properties of this material, no, para instead na makatulong siya sa pag-suppress ng fire, no, to extinguish the fire, masunog lang yung system. No? So iniiwasan natin yun. So sabi ng code natin, ang ating fire code, no, we can use GI pipe, no, galvanized iron pipe, provided that it is hot dipped. No? We could also use wrought iron. No? We can use BI pipe, no, black iron pipe. We can use PVC. The family ng PVC na yun, it is CPVC, no, or yung chlorinated type. No? This is a light orange in color. We can also use steel, brass, no, and yung copper tubing, provided, no, that seamless yung connection, no, hindi flared connection. So ito yung mga pipes na gagamitin, no, and highlighted in red, ito usually yung ginagamit sa Pilipinas, no, so either BI or CPVC. And under Rule 13 of our National Building Code, no, we can paint no, kasi kung CPVC lang siya na bare, no, so orange, baka pagkamalang electrical conduit siya, no. So para maiwasan yon, no, we need color coding in our pipes, no? So ang ginagamit for na color for fire protection line is the international red color. So in our synchronous class, no, we will discuss yung sizing, no, ng mga pipes na ito. So ito yung example ng fire sprinkler system, no, yung mga pipes involved. So kung makikita nyo dito, andito yung standpipe, no, ito yung supervisory control, no, and ito yung isang system, no, kung saan yung the fire truck will supply yung water, no, so yun. So in the fire protection system, we also need to consider smoke proofing of our enclosures. So hindi lang siya dapat fireproof, dapat smoke proof din yung ating enclosure or yung mga rooms, no, yung ating safe exit, no, or yung safe egress. So paano ba? We will involve, no, mechanical equipments. And what are these equipments? Number one is the smoke evacuator. So by definition, yung smoke evacuator, ano ba yung function niya? It suctions the carbon monoxide, no, yung smoke, no, so sinasuck out niya palabas ng building, no, and yung excess oxygen, no? So tinatanggal niya yung oxygen component nung fire triangle, no. So yun yung purpose ng smoke evacuator. And second component ng smoke-proof enclosure is the presence of the pressurization blower, no. So ito naman ina-apply sa ating safe fire exit, no? Safe egress point, no? Ating exit stairs. So it supplies naman yung oxygen, no? Pressurized air to keep the smoke out of the shaft, no? Fire exit shaft, no? Para hindi masuffocate yung mga occupants na gagamit ng exit stairs na iyon. No? So, ayun, kung titignan natin, smoke evacuator, no, for suctioning air or smoke, and then pressurization blower, no, for supplying pressurized air, no, to keep in the fire exit shaft to keep out yung smoke. No. So in our sprinkler system, actually we have 4, no? Yung pang-lima natin is the combination nitong dalawa. So the first system, the sprinkler that we will discuss is the dry pipe system. So ano tong dry pipe system? So it is a sprinkler system employing automatic sprinklers that are attached. Of course, meron siyang piping system, pero it contains air or nitrogen under pressure. And then this contained air is released only kapag merong sprinkler head na pumutok. No? And then saka lang pasok yung water, no? I-actuate nung valve, no? Na tinatawag na dry pipe valve. No? So pagka pumutok lang yung sprinkler head, no? So there will be time, no? Bago fully lumabas, no, yung water dun sa sprinkler head. No? So yun yung dry pipe sprinkler system. So ito namang isa, kung may dry pipe, meron din namang wet pipe sprinkler system. Ano naman tong wet pipe sprinkler system? So it is a sprinkler system employing automatic sprinklers attached to a piping system, no? Na yung pipe mismo, it already has water in it, no? And kapag pumutok yung sprinkler head, automatic meron na kaagad lalabas na tubig, no? Unlike dito sa dry pipe sprinkler system, pag pumutok yung sprinkler head, no, hangin muna yung lalabas, no? So mag-aantay ka pa ng ilang seconds bago lumabas yung tubig. No? So in diagram, ito sila. No? Dry pipe, wet pipe, no? Magkamukha. The difference is that yung dry pipe sprinkler system merong dry pipe valve. No? So itong dry pipe valve na to, sa kanya lang i-allow pumasok yung water pag merong isa sa mga sprinkler head ang pumutok, no? And of course makakawala yung contained air or nitrogen, no? So ang unang load, no, ang unang laman ng piping system na ito is air or nitrogen. Unlike sa wet pipe sprinkler system, no, ang laman niya automatically is air, is water. So pwede namang i-combine, no? So ito yung combination ng dalawa. So we have a combined sprinkler system depending, no, on the requirement ng room or ng building, no, based on the provisions in our fire code. No? So pwedeng mag-combine ka pala ng system. Provided na tama, no, tama yung piping system, no, tama yung mga supervisory controls, tama yung mga valves, no, and equipment na ilalagay natin. So of course, this system, no, is designed, no, hindi ng mga architects, hindi ng mga civil engineers, kundi yung mga specialized engineers like yung mga involved in fire protection, no? So yung ating mga mechanical engineers. So the fourth type, no, ng sprinkler system is the deluge sprinkler system. So itong system naman na to, meron siyang valve, no, that when this valve opens, no, pag pumutok yung isang sprinkler head, lahat na ng sprinkler head magdi-discharge ngayon ng water, no? So isang putok, lahat yon magdi-discharge na. Yun yung deluge, no? So yung isa naman, reaction sprinkler system, yung last type, it is an automatic sprinkler, no? But it contains air that might not be or might be under pressure with a supplemental detection system, no? So paano ba yan sa diagram, no? So ito yung deluge, no? So pag pumutok ang isa dito, lahat na sila maglalabas ng water. Sa pre-action, no, sabi merong involved, no, na detection system, supplemental, no. So ibig sabihin, pagka merong na-detect yung either smoke detector or heat detector, no, na change in temperature or may na-generate na smoke in a certain area, so ibabato niya yung signal doon sa FACP, no, sa Fire Alarm Control Panel, and then yung Fire Alarm Control Panel na yan, magbabato ng signal, no, dito sa sprinkler system para ang papaputukin niya lang, no, na sprinkler head yung area kung saan, no, kung saan may na-detect, no, na presence ng smoke or ng heat, no. So control yung environment, no, na ma-extinguish, no, hindi lahat, no, or hindi lang porket nag-change in temperature, no, puputok ka agad yung sprinkler head, no. So merong supplemental, no, detecting system, no, or detecting equipment dito sa pre-action sprinkler system. So napunta naman tayo dito sa classification of pipes, no. Parang plumbing din, merong horizontal at merong vertical components, no? So standpipe, no, punta tayo sa vertical. So a standpipe is a water pipe extending vertically through a building, no, na yung nagsusupply sa mga fire hoses, no? So we call it standpipe. Ayun. So it could either be wet or dry, no? So wet, ibig sabihin meron na siyang lamang kaagad na tubig, no, and nakakonekto sa fire pump, no, and sa jockey pump. Pag dry naman, ito yung diagram kanina, nakita nyo, na wala siyang laman, no, magkakaroon lang siya ng tubig kapag sinaksakan ng fire truck, no. And then sa horizontal naman, so we have two, no, cross main. So ito yung main horizontal pipe, no, malaki. And yung nagba-branch out dito, no, perpendicular, is yung tinatawag naman nating branch line. So from the branch line naman ngayon, dito na makakabit yung mga sprinkler head. Pero yung mga sprinkler heads din natin, merong tatlong types, no, depending on the application area. No, so pwedeng upright, no, patayo like this, pendant or sidewall. Kailan ba ito ginagamit? So upright, ginagamit siya kapag exposed yung ceiling, no, or yung slabs of it, no? So ibig sabihin kailangan mabasa yung component na yun, no? Yung slabs of it or ceiling. Yung pendant naman, so ibig sabihin meron kang ceiling, no? So of course hindi naman kailangan basahin yung ceiling. So directly ang babasahin mo ay yung fire below it. No? So ayun. And yung sidewall naman, no, by the name itself, paside yung kanyang pagbato ng tubig, no, ng extinguishing agent. No? So ibig sabihin, yung branch line, no, and located in the wall, no, area. So we can learn more about this fire protection system, no, through these references, so building design and construction handbook, and of course through the Fire Code of the Philippines. So pump, no, punta naman tayo sa pump. So in the sprinkler system, diba? So pressurized yung air and yung water. No? So kung high rise yan, kung supply lang ng water, no? So of course hindi yan naabot sa higher floor. We need a mechanical equipment, no, para i-pump yung water from the tank, no, the supply tank, papunta doon sa sprinkler head, no. So ano yung pump na yon? Is the fire pump, no? So ito yung nagdo-draw out ng tubig doon sa reservoir, no, or yun sa tank. And then ibabato niya doon sa piping system. Yun lang yung trabaho ng fire pump. So yung fire pump, meron siyang katulong. Ito naman yung jockey pump. No? Mas maliit itong jockey pump compared sa fire pump. Kasi yung fire pump, tubig. Si jockey pump naman, no, bilang tulong kay fire pump, so ang gagawin niya naman, ipe-pressurize niya yung system. No? Kasi ang sunog hindi lang namamatay because of the water, no, as the extinguishing agent, namamatay din siya, no, pull off through the pressure, no, yung pagbagsak ng water. No? So these two, no, go hand in hand. So that's it. I hope you have learned a lot. No? So I will see you in our synchronous class for your questions on this topic. So thank you for listening.